Just when it feels like things might calm down in Walford, EastEnders proves once again that peace never lasts for long. Next week's episodes are packed with twists that'll leave fans talking. We've got Zoe Slater dropping another bombshell that leaves Cat reeling, Nigel Bates making a decision that could change everything, and a strange obsession brewing around Cindy Beale that has everyone on edge. On top of that, dangers closing in on Harry Mitchell, and Callum's gut tells him something isn't right with Johnny's new business deal. So, let's talk through it all. Grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's go through the 5 biggest EastEnders spoilers for Monday 20th to Thursday 23rd October 2025. 1. Zoe Slater leaves Cat speechless with another shocking secret right. Let's start where things are really heating up, with the Slaters. Zoe's return was never going to be peaceful, was it? She's been on edge for weeks, desperate to sort things out with that private investigator about her son. But Kat's had enough on her plate. Sharon's away with Vicky, Alfie's getting impatient, and Jane's constant bickering with Zoe isn't helping anyone's mood. Now here's what happens next week. Kat catches Zoe doing something she shouldn't. Turns out, Zoe's taken money straight from the till, and that's the last straw for Kat. She's furious, and honestly, who wouldn't be? But what's wild is where Kat finds her daughter next. Meeting secretly with that private investigator again, clearly hiding something. Kat tries to help, she really does. But when Zoe starts lying right in front of the investigator, Kat knows there's more going on than she's saying. Later in the Vic, Zoe overhears Kat telling Alfie that if she doesn't shape up, she'll have to leave. That cuts deep. Then something unexpected happens. A trapped cat in the pub of all things brings them together. Zoe helps out, the tension eases, and for a moment, you think maybe they'll be alright. But then Kat pushes her to be honest, and that's when Zoe drops a truth bomb that floors her mum. What she reveals. It's not small, and it's definitely not over. Is this connected to the story she told about her children's father? Or has Zoe been hiding something even bigger all along? Fans might remember the last time Zoe kept a secret like this. It tore her whole family apart. Let's just say, Kat's face says it all. 2. Nigel Bates faces the music after a devastating crash next. We move to a man whose heart's in the right place, but whose mind isn't always steady these days. Nigel Bates is one of those classic Walford souls, full of heart, humour, and stubbornness in equal measure. This week, he's planning to sell his old car to help fund a trip to India with Julie, something they've both been excited about. But things don't go smoothly. The car gets a bit of damage, Lauren tries to adjust the price, and you can tell Nigel's pride is taking a knock. Still, he pushes through and finalizes the sale. At least, that's the plan. But after a heated argument with Julie, Nigel gives in to temptation. He takes the car out for one last drive, and that's when it all goes wrong. He's distracted, emotions running high, phone buzzing with Julie's calls, and suddenly there's a crash. You can almost hear that sickening silence that follows. And here's where the guilt starts eating him alive. Julie, bless her, tries to protect him. She insists she was the one driving, covering for him completely, but Nigel's not convinced. You can see the confusion, the guilt, and the fear mixing with his worsening memory. It's heartbreaking to watch. Eventually, Nigel makes a brave choice. He walks into the police station with Jack Branning by his side and turns himself in. He wants to face whatever comes, no matter what it costs him. Now, the question everyone's asking, will the police take his dementia into account? Or is this going to end with Nigel behind bars? Fans who've loved him since the 90s will feel this one deep. It's the kind of emotional EastEnders story that reminds us why we've stuck with this show all these years. 3. Jasmine's strange interest in Cindy Beale turns worrying. Let's move on to a mystery that's got fans talking already. Jasmine and her fixation with Cindy Beale. At the Albert, Jasmine's chatting with Gina Knight, trying to cheer her up about her situation with Harry. But then, out of nowhere, she starts asking question after question about Cindy. And not the casual kind, this feels almost investigative. Before Gina can think too much of it, Oscar Branning walks in ankle tag finally off, thinking he's God's gift. He tries to impress Jasmine, But she's not having it. She snaps, he storms off, and the whole thing turns awkward. So Gina, being Gina, suggests they ditch the drama and head out for a few drinks instead. At first, it's just two mates letting off steam, but something happens later that takes a darker turn. We don't know exactly what yet, but the tone shifts fast. The fun night turns tense, and it leaves fans wondering why exactly is Jasmine so obsessed with Cindy. There's talk that she might be digging into Cindy's past, maybe something to do with her time away from Walford, or maybe she's got her own link to one of Cindy's old secrets. Whatever the truth is, it's not looking innocent. And considering how many people Cindy's history has already tangled up, from Ian to George to the Beales and Knights, this could open another can of worms. Could Jasmine be working for someone, or is she chasing answers for herself? Whatever it is, I can't help feeling something's about to blow wide open. If you're still watching and enjoying all this Walford madness, make sure you hit subscribe. It really helps the channel, and you won't miss the next batch of spoilers because trust me, the drama only gets wilder from here. 4. Okie turns up the heat on Harry Mitchell. Right, onto the Mitchells, and things are getting seriously dangerous for Harry. George Knight's starting to panic because Kojo Asare's gone off the radar, and Okie's losing patience. He orders Harry to get Kojo back in line. But when Harry calls Kojo, it's clear the man's trapped, caught up in something heavy with Okie and Ravi Gulati pulling the strings. Harry, trying to do the right thing, tells Kojo to run, get out while he still can. That's brave, but also reckless, because Okie finds out. Meanwhile, Teddy Mitchell gets a strange text from Harry's phone. Something that doesn't sit right. He confides in Billy, and you can tell both of them know something bad's brewing. By the time Teddy decides to head to Cardiff to look for Harry, it's already too late. Okie's fuming, full of threats, demanding Harry fix what he's broken. And then Kojo comes back, right to the flat. Imagine that moment, the dread on Harry's face, realizing there's no escaping now. This whole storyline's shaping up to be one of those slow-burn EastEnders thrillers, full of fear, family tension, and that constant sense someone's about to get hurt. It's giving fans flashbacks to the darker Mitchell storylines of the past, when loyalty and danger went hand in hand. Will Harry find a way out, or is Okie about to make an example of him? One thing's for sure, this story's not ending quietly. 5. Callum Highway gets worried, and with good reason. And finally, we've got something a little closer to home, Callum's gut feeling that Johnny's getting pulled into something dodgy. It starts pretty innocently. Lexi's been off with Johnny for a while, and Callum, being the steady one as always, just wants to keep the peace. Elaine encourages Johnny to look at a business opportunity with an old client called Tim. Now, when Tim shows up, he's charming, maybe a bit too charming. Elaine's impressed straight away, but Callum's not buying it. There's something about this guy that doesn't sit right. Even so, Johnny and Tim go ahead with their plans, ignoring Callum's warning. That's when things start to shift again. The focus turns back to Lexi. Billy's fuming because Johnny's been splashing cash, trying to win Lexi over with expensive gifts. And when Johnny promises her concert tickets, you can see Callum's torn. He loves Johnny. He wants him to do well, but he can feel the cracks forming. It's a really interesting story to watch because it shows a softer, more emotional side to Callum, the protector, the warrior. Fans have seen him through everything from heartbreak to hero moments, but this is more personal. He's caught between supporting Johnny and stopping him from making a big mistake, and with Lexi right in the middle, it's not going to be an easy fix. I can see this one building quietly until something major happens. Maybe Johnny's deal backfires, or maybe Lexi's resentment hits a boiling point. Either way, the warning signs are flashing already. So that's what's coming up next week on EastEnders, a proper mix of heartbreak, secrets, and danger. Zoe Slater's lies might destroy her chance at rebuilding things with Cat. Nigel's guilt could change his future, and Jasmine's strange curiosity might open doors that Cindy hoped were long closed. Meanwhile, Harry's walking on thin ice with Okie breathing down his neck, and Callum's instincts about Johnny's new business partner might be spot on. It's classic EastEnders, full of tension, emotion, and moments that hit harder because we've watched these families for decades. It's going to be one of those weeks where every episode leaves you shouting at the screen. Now over to you, what do you think Zoe's big revelation is? Could Nigel really end up in prison? And what's Jasmine hiding about Cindy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love reading your theories. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next update, because trust me, there's plenty more Walford chaos coming our way. See you next week.